Now, choreography might bring to mind thoughts of ballet or dance competitions, but there's a little bit more to it than that. We're going to be looking at the different types of choreography that you might want to incorporate into your stage productions right now. And welcome to Derek Writes Plays, the channel for theater kids of all ages and the people who tolerate them. I am the titular Derek, and if this video puts some pep in your step, please be sure to like, subscribe, and share it with the hoofers in your life. Now, when you're preparing a script, whether as a writer or a director, it's easy to focus just on the dialogue. But thinking about movement is very, very important, because without movement, you just have people standing in place reading their lines. So choreography is a key part of any stage production. The term choreography simply means the design of movement. It doesn't necessarily have to be dancing, although that is a very large part, particularly for musicals. Unless you, as a director, are also very well versed in the field of dance, you will likely have to work with a separate choreographer, and then you'll be working together to determine how to best represent the story through the movement on stage. Now, a choreographer might develop a distinct style. So the dances of Bob Fosse are different from the dances of Martha Graham, which are different than Jerome Robbins, which is different than Andy Blankenbuehler. Some choreographers like elegant classic movements, some like more contemporary natural movements, some enjoy abstract movement, some like things that are more concrete and literal. So as you work with a choreographer, you'll have to kind of see what their style is, find out how they incorporate it, and work together to make something interesting. Choreography does not take place during a traditional play rehearsal. You will generally have the on-stage portions, and then you will have breakouts for choreography, usually either a small group or a full ensemble dance piece. They would then incorporate the dance portion back into the main rehearsal. So if you are a director planning out your rehearsal schedule, keep that in mind, that you may not have access to certain actors at certain times because they have an important dance number to work on. But you may not just have a dance choreographer. There's also fight choreography. If you are doing something with sword play or some other form of combat, you may want to invest in a fight choreographer, someone who is well versed in the styles of fighting, who has studied how sword fighters use their equipment, and who can make sure that your actors can do their scenes safely. That is the most important part of a fight choreographer's job, to make sure things look believable but are also done safely. So if you're a director working on a script that has a fight scene, you'll definitely want to block that out to have special attention paid to it. A less common but still very important member of the choreography team is what's called a movement director. This is more common probably in British theater or in film work, but a movement director is in charge of helping someone figure out how to move in a certain way. This is about how they walk, how they run, how they hold things. So if you have a character who has a certain physical ailment, if you have a character of a certain age, or a character who's not entirely human, moving in a strange sort of way, a movement director's job is to help the actor figure out how to approach physical challenges. Again, not necessarily for dancing or blocking. This is a third different type of movement that you may want to incorporate into your stage productions. And the final one I've mentioned a few times now is blocking. Blocking is its own form of choreo, although it is one that you, as the director, working in conjunction with your actors, can be more in charge of. Blocking is simply the term for how we put people on the stage. Blocking tells us to move from stage left to stage right, to center stage, to interact with character A comes to character B. Blocking tells character C to make sure that they are picking up the prop at this certain time. So blocking is its own form of choreography, because you are figuring out how to move the pieces around on stage to get them to interact, to get them to where they need to be. And we may look more in depth on how to go about setting out your blocking in a later video. But again, that's the fourth type of movement you need to keep in mind when you're preparing a script. So the four types of choreography that we want to keep in mind when preparing a stage production is your dance choreography, your fight choreography, your movement direction, and most importantly, your blocking. All four of those different types of movement help a play come alive, help you get across your message to the audience and help keep their attention. Because again, unless you're doing the concert version of Les Mis, people expect to see a little bit of motion on that stage. Thanks for watching. If this video was useful to you, if you learned something, please remember to like, subscribe, and share, and comment down below with your favorite dance numbers, because seeing great dance can help inspire new ideas in ourselves as directors. Until next time, peace and all good.